Yo, it's Jojo. Today I was going to talk about alts, how to gear them, and what to do with the pesky fucking PHEONS. Because everyone on Reddit, on YouTube, complain about PHEONS all day, all night. It drives me insane. I do understand though, PHEONS are kind of stupid, and I don't like having to get taxed on my items either, and just having to buy some arbitrary fucking item from the cash shop. I agree that it's stupid. I wish that there was another like solution, but apparently PHEONS are very important for the way this market works. I don't know why. Somehow it saved the Korean market and stopped inflation, as well as helped like drive prices down for the average player. So free-to-play players have actually benefited in the long run from the addition of PHEONS. That's at least what I've heard. I don't know how true that is. I'm not an economist, but that's at least the intro for now. So as you can see here, this is my roster, the 6 characters that I get my gold on every week. As we know, we have the 6 character gold limit for the weekly dungeons as well as Argos. So I'm content with having 6 characters. I'm gonna make these last 2 ones over here to 1370 before I move on, so that they also can get the greater leap stones from the guardians, and funnel my main, the sorceress, so she becomes 1445 ASAP. But I have vault and normal ready, and these guys will all chill at 1370 until we get the honing buff that you need to be 1460 to hit. So all of these are just going to be funnels. But this is not what this video is about. This is how to gear your alts and what to do with PHEONS. So I haven't bought a single PHEON from the cash shop yet. I haven't had to. I've just made sure that all of my characters just need to buy one single set of items to complete everything for around 65 to 75 PHEONS. And we got around 400 for free from the game, from the events. This game really rewards consistency. So just log in every day, get the events, get the PHEONS, get the cards, all of that jazz, and you will have enough resources to gear your characters. So I'm going to show you a little bit more in depth here how I gear them, how I set up their builds, so that you can copy this. All of my characters are very budget. I have not spent more than, let's say, 1,500 gold on any of my characters, other than the main, of course. So let's jump straight into it. This game really rewards consistency. You have to keep logging in every day to get those PHEONS from events, to do the weekly events that we get that also reward PHEONS and similar stuff. So just make sure you log in at least once a day and try to do at least the rested dailies, and you will catch up. Don't worry about it. You won't be there day one, but you will get there eventually. And as long as you find alts that you find funny, do spend the little extra time and PHEONS to make sure that you have fun on them. Like, with the calculation here, it costs 9 PHEONS per accessory if they are of the epic variety. Oops. 9 PHEONS per accessory, and then 3 PHEONS per epic stone at tier 3. So if, let's say, you maybe need 3 stones to get at least a 5/5, that will give you 15 PHEONS cost for the stone, and then 9 times 5 is 45. So around 60 PHEONS to get a full setup like this, 333 or 332, 3311, depending on what works for your character, as I have shown so far. And then that just makes the runs so smooth and so nice. I will just pop up a bunch of MVP screenshots here from when I do Argos or when I do the Oreha, normal, or hard modes. So these setups are more than enough to do around at least 30, like 25 to 30% of the damage in your group, as long as you play your character correctly. I hope this helped. I hope this maybe made you want to spend some PHEONS on your characters. Maybe we'll even put some gameplay here in the background while I do explain all of this, so that you can see the other characters in action. Okay, so this is my main, the only character that has legendary accessories. And this is just to get the level 3 igniter, because they come with the guaranteed igniter engraving. So as you can see, my accessories, the only thing that they give me is igniter. Very simple, very straightforward. This is what you should be doing for 1370 plus. Get legendary accessories, get your level 3 class engraving, and then you're done. You don't need anything else that's good. This one, I found it randomly. It has Hitmaster and it is crit. I saved it for some reason. This should actually be spec. So I would have some more spec. I would be at around 1400 spec and like 400 crit, which would be a bit better. But this has been more than enough to clear all of the content. So I am not going to change any of this until I get relic accessories and relic gear. So 1370 plus. You get your level 3 class engraving, if that's what you need, of course. If you're playing another class that just needs 6 points into the class engraving, you can do other ways. For now, this is what I'm doing. And then you get the stone. I have a relic tier 2 stone, just because this is something I carded in tier 2, and it worked. And I have kept it ever since. So we've got an 8-4. You want... This isn't really that good either. You would like something like a 6-6 ideally, which I will show you in some of my other characters later. A 6-6 stone together with a 9 from your engravings that you equip here. 9 points here and 9 points here, together with the 6 points from the stone and another 6 points from the stone. That becomes 15. So that will give you a 3-3 setup. If you want a 4x3 setup, then you're going to need to buy accessories with igniter plus something like Hitmaster is what I would go here, or maybe Grudge or Cursed Doll. Any of those that work really well, but depending on how well you play, I would probably go for Hitmaster instead. A Grudge is of course 4% more damage, so it is better. And then for the gems here, you can chill at level 5 with all of your gems. This is my main, so I want to be strong and have the cool legendary color here. So I am working towards getting full level 7s here. Other than this level 3 here, I haven't found any cooldown gems in a while. So this will get fixed eventually, but so far, so good. We've got the level 7 damage gems on the most important skills, other than Doomsday. So this looks great. When it comes to card sets, by the way, I would just suggest putting on like anything like this. Max HP. This gives you some defense. Always good, never bad if you don't have a Lost Wind Cliff set, which I don't. You could also go, if you're killing any, if you're playing like against Volten, and they do dark damage, then you could have something like this without the final Lost Wind Cliff 12 Awakening. And now let's move on to the next character, Gunslinger. So now we get to the good part. Now we get to the alts. So what I did with my alts is, as soon as I got to 1325 or 1340, or 1325, because that's when you can start buying the epic accessories, then I tried to cut a 6-6 stone, or at least a 5-5 stone. So as you can see here, we've got a tier 2 Keen Blunt Grudge 5-5. This is enough to get a 3x3 setup. If you're playing another class, you would have a your double class engraving right here, 9 + 9, which would lead to 18. I will show you this on my other character, my Wardancer. But for now, you want at least 5-5 on the stone, because then that means that you can put 2x2 to reach 15. Because 5 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 2 equals 15. You get 2 × 5, which is 10, + 5, 15. Easy math. So you want at least a 5x5 stone, and then you want to get accessories that have 2 Keen Blunt and 2 Grudge, if that would be my 3-3-3. Now I'm not going 3-3-3 on this class because I want Peacemaker, sorry, level 1. So instead I went for an Adrenaline on my gear here. So as you can see, Keen Blunt Adrenaline. Here just a cheap Keen Blunt Adrenaline, Keen Blunt Adrenaline, and this was just a Keen Blunt Grudge to get the last point of Grudge, since a +5 Grudge with 9 points of Grudge is not equal to 15. We needed 1 more point of Grudge here. And that leaves me to a 3 Grudge, 3 Keen Blunt, 1 Peacemaker, 1 Adrenaline. This is really good enough for this type of content. We'll try to push for a level 3 Adrenaline as soon as possible. But like, since this is the class that doesn't want class engraving level 3, I didn't really see much of a point in swapping to legendary accessories, because I would still just go for the same level of engravings. I would go for a Grudge, Keen Blunt, Adrenaline level 3, and then maybe try to get a Hitmaster as a 4th with Peacemaker 1. Same thing over here, just slapped together some random gems that I got from doing the Chaos Dungeons. More than enough to keep these at level 3 or 4 to complete Argos and everything. Maybe level these up to level 5 if you want to get your alts to Valten. But for now, I do not recommend doing this. Yeah, slowly but surely killing Argos part 1 or phase 1 so that we get the preordained set. We get the 2-set bonus, which is amazing. Right now, we're just talking about how to set them up with the stats. We got the correct stats, we got the crit, we got the swift from the necklace, and we've got the engravings. And as you're gonna be able to see in some of my screenshots here that I'm putting up on the screen, I am more than strong enough to get MVP on Argos or in one of the Oreha dungeons with this setup. We have a similar setup to my Gunslinger. As you can see, we've got the spec, we've got the crit, the good stats, we've got a stone, more than 5-5. I got a 5-6. I was a little bit lucky here. Doesn't really change too much though. It would have meant that I could use a supercharge 9 here to get a level 3 supercharge immediately from over here. But Grudge is more expensive than supercharge, so getting the Grudge from over here and then getting just an extra supercharge point on my accessories was way more cheap. So that is some like cost efficiency stuff that you can do on your alt as well. But we got at least a 5-5, so now we just need a bunch of 2s over here to get the 3-3-3 setup. But since this is similar to my Gunslinger, remaining energy doesn't need to be level 3. Of course, when you become 1370, you do want to get the remaining energy level 3 here. And then a 6-stick stone to get a 3 Grudge, 3 Supercharge, 3 remaining energy, and then level 3 Adrenaline when you feel like it. But for now, this is more than enough. We've got the Grudge, we've got the Supercharge for the quality of life, we've got remaining energy to keep pumping that DPS. And Adrenaline is just such an efficient level 1 engraving. We've got the same setup as our Gunslinger. Gems, once again, just some mishmash of tier 2 and tier 3 stuff. Right now, I'm just talking about the efficiency of using your PHEONS, so gems aren't really a part of this. As you can see, I still have 85 PHEONS left, even though I haven't bought a single PHEON. So I don't really know how people run out of these PHEONS. I guess if you missed the Naruni Racing event, and if you haven't really logged in for all of these like login rewards here where you get the PHEONS, then of course you're gonna need to buy those with gold. It is literally 1 week of doing Argos and doing hard mode Oreha. Just hard mode on this character is 2,100 gold. So I get those PHEONS back instantly, 1 week. And just having these easy to use setups, this just costs around 60 PHEONS. It is just so worth it. Now we finally come to a character that actually has a 3-3-3 setup ready here. As you can see, we've even got some points to spare. But that is because this is the perfect example of the setup or the strategy that I'm talking about. We've got ourselves a 6-stick stone, as I said before. Only 5 is needed. That's why we have these +1s here. Because I've gotten 2-2 Supercharge Grudge with crit on every single piece here. 2-2 Supercharge Grudge, Supercharge Grudge, Supercharge Grudge, and Supercharge Grudge. So I have actually overbought on this character. I'm not sure why. I must have just brain farted or something. But if this happens, if you get a 6-6 stone, maybe instead you could go for a just a 1-1 Supercharge Grudge here on the necklace, because that's usually more expensive to get double correct stats with 2-2 of the correct engravings. So I could have probably gone for a 1-1 Supercharge Grudge here with the correct stats, with a higher quality instead of a 25 quality. So I made a mistake here, which is cool to see. This character still functions just as well as any of my other characters. So we've got at least 5-5 here. We've got the 2-2-2 to complete the 2 level 3 engravings here, Grudge and Supercharge. And then for Lone Knight, we equip 2 9+9 engravings. And that's our free level 3 class engraving. This is probably the best way to get a level 3 class engraving for the classes that need it before you get to 1370. When you do have the legendary necklaces and accessories, it becomes way easier because you can just get the Lone Knight accessory on your accessories, and instead I could have Grudge, and Supercharge right here. Oh, my Supercharge isn't even at 9, but I could have Grudge and I could have Supercharge, and that would give me a 3x3 with legendary engravings, and I could upgrade my stats immensely because my stats are pretty low on this character, as you can see, just 900 crit and some swiftness. For the 4th engraving, when you do go for the legendary accessories, you could probably go for Lone Knight plus Master Brawler, or maybe Lone Knight plus Cursed Doll could also work, or Lone Knight plus, I guess Stabilized Status isn't really used by a red Gunlancer, but if you're playing a blue Gunlancer for sure. But in that case, you don't have level 3 class engraving, you just have a level 1 combat readiness. So yeah, probably Master Brawler or Cursed Doll is what I would suggest for your legendary engravings here, but probably not even worth it, seeing as how relic accessories are going to come out soon. You can probably just save until with this like 3-3-3 setup is way more than you need until you do get to 1445 and you can get a full 5x3 setup with the relics. But it's your choice. This is just a suggestion. And here we are looking at my Wardancer, the first character that isn't 1370 and has access to legendary stuff. But that doesn't really matter. We're doing the same thing once again, at least a 5-5. We've got Grudge Raid Captain over here. We're going for Grudge Raid Captain all the way on the accessories with the correct stats. But as you can see, since I did get a few extra points on Raid Captain here, I do have some Grudge 2, Raid Captain 1, Grudge 2, Raid Captain 1. Since Raid Captain wasn't super like popular, I guess, it went for fairly cheap. And then as you can see here, same thing as on the Gunlancer, we do have 9 + 9 first intention. That gives me a 3x3 with the correct stats. Nice. And as I don't need to explain, again, I'm gonna go through these characters a bit faster. We're up to my last alt here, the Glavier. This one actually hasn't a completed 3x3 because I'm lazy and I don't want to spend any more gold. Grudge Keen Blunt is very expensive, and those are the two best engravings that you can have on Glavier. So I had to make do with what little gold I had at the time when I created this character, and this works. I am happy with how it performs. I don't really like the class too much though, so I guess that's also a reason why I don't really spend that much gold on it. But we do have at least level 3 Grudge, level 3 Keen Blunt, and we do have a level 1 Pinnacle. I could have actually squeezed in another point of Pinnacle here to have at least level 2 Pinnacle, but at the time I did not have the gold enough to get the purple Pinnacle. So I only had 6 points, or yeah, 6 points on this one, which gave me the level 1, and then I completely forgot that I was about to get 9 points into this. So I could have squeezed in another one. Let's see here. Here, for example, we've got Keen Blunt all-out attack. Could have squeezed in a Pinnacle 1 here. But at the time, when I geared this character, it was like 2 days after Glavier was released, and all of the accessories and engravings were shooting through the roof. And it was super expensive. So I just went with a Grudge Keen Blunt stone. I had to go for a tier 1 stone because, the stones, they disappeared and they were expensive. So we went for tier 1 stone, and I also I did buy some tier 3 stones and some tier 2 stones, but they just went to complete shit. So I had to make do with a +6 +4. It still kind of works because I did put the Grudge points here. So we've got 9 + 4, which is 13, and that gives us just a few more points here into Grudge Keen Blunt. Grudge Keen Blunt. You see, I went for the cheap ones because this is getting 2-2 Grudge Keen Blunt with spec at that time was just impossible. So I went for the 2 points in Keen Blunt, 1 point in Grudge to save some money, and then the rest into Keen Blunt 2, 2, 2, and 1. And it worked. We got level 3 Grudge, level 3 Keen Blunt, and we get our Pinnacle here just from the class engraving. So I would have a 3-3-2 on this character if I did change around a little bit. Maybe the earring here. I could go for Keenblunt 2, Pinnacle 1. So these are the characters that I do the weekly dungeons on, and Argos. I am slowly but surely working my way up to get this one to 1370 now, and then after this 1346 Glavier here is gonna get to 1370. So I have all of my 6 characters able to do hard mode as well as Argos, and farm those greater honor leapstones and send to my main until the main becomes 1460. We get the honing buff from Vikas or Kakul Seidon, I don't know. And that will be it for now. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. If you've got any questions, you want to know more about the characters that I play, or just drop by my stream. I stream at twitch.tv/Jojo. Not very regularly, but when I do stream, I would love to answer any and all questions that you have. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.